This live stream is a behind-the-scenes look of the making of Rolling with the Punches. Stay tuned for the completed production coming out in May. Hello, and welcome to Rolling with the Punches, Hofstra's first Dungeons & Dragons show. I'm your Dungeon Master, Stephen Wood. Before we begin a night of adventure, we want to thank our sponsor, J&D Hobbies, for providing the lovely map and minis, along with all the wonderful people who donated to the production throughout the show. You will witness Dungeons & Dragons brought to life like never seen before. Now, let's start our journey by meeting the players.
Hi, my name is Ariana Wentworth. I play Jane Beaufoy in Rolling with the Punches. I am a wood elf ranger. I specialize in archery. I am 110 years old. I am the oldest of 3 sisters. I left my family a year ago because my family is a very, very close-knit, kind of hyper-rich, aristocratic group that I really, really don't like. I feel like they've kind of buried themselves to not only their wealth and their legacy, but also just magic in general, and I don't like that. I would really like to just kind of be my own person and make my own way and my own fortune without having to worry about mommy's and daddy's name on it.
Hi, my name is Kim Bramwell, and I'm playing CJ Beaufoy in Rolling with the Punches. CJ is the middle child of this wood elf family. She's about 100 years old, which puts her about 20 in human years. CJ never really felt like she fit in with the rest of her family, except for Jane. She was never particularly gifted at magic like the rest of her family, both immediate and extended, so she found other skills. Often skills that got her in trouble, but Jane was always there to get her out of trouble. I was very close to Jane growing up, but when she left a year ago, that really hurt me. We had talked about leaving together and being adventurers together, and then I just woke up one morning and she was gone. But someone had to stay with Lily. She's annoying, but I love her, and at this point she's all I have left.
Hi, my name is Tori Bugaki, and I'm playing the role of Lily Beaufoy in Rolling with the Punches. Lily is the youngest of her 3 sisters. She is a wood elf and a sorcerer, and in human years, she is about 17 years old, but in elf years, that's like in her 80s. Lily is, as her sister Jane put it, the human embodiment of a cupcake, but with screaming sounds. She loves all things like Cyndi Lauper, bright colors, 80s. She's very immersed in this kind of overwhelming, ecstatic culture. But she's also very committed to her family, and she likes the idea of legacy and tradition and ritual, and doesn't really understand the 2 of her sisters pushing against it because she's, I think, too young and too naive to really get what all of that trauma is and what that feels like. She's very cut off from that by her age and just by her personality, because she is very easily distracted and very naive to most things.
Hello. Once again, I am Stephen Wood, and I'll be the Dungeon Masters of today's episode of Rolling with the Punches. Today, we're going to cover the tale of the Beaufoy sisters, a family of mages gone awry and the heart of the matriarch. Now, with all introductions aside, why don't we get started?
Sounds great.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So today, we're going to start with Jane. Jane has long since left the family hold, venturing out into the world in the wilderness by her lonesome. And she's doing pretty good for herself. We find her now in northern woods, hunting with her owl barrow, moving through the woods under the cover of brush, bow in hand, ready to strike, finally striking down and firing at a squirrel in the far-off distance.
Aww.
Your aim is true. It connects, and Burrow the owl squawks and flies off your shoulder, fluttering over to claim its prize before ripping it out of the tree and flying back. You raise your hand, ready for him to land, and then there's a snap, and everything goes white. In a flash, you feel your body almost being pulled apart, then rapidly placed back together in a way that's both uncomfortable but familiar. This is your family's work. And in a flash, you are back on now a dew-dropped field, standing before a very different forest, one much further south. A very familiar landscape in front of you, that of the Beaufoy estate. And for a moment, it's nice being home. Until you smell burning. You turn around to find the actual estate, the family home where you were raised for your entire life as nothing but a pit of smoldering ash. You see figures off in the distance, all collecting what they can from the ruins of your home before your focus finally turns to the two people in front of you. James, your father, a tall, skinny elven man with hawkish, sharp features and long, pointed ears, who stands before a summoning circle having just brought you back to your home. You can see that he looks exhausted. His normally put-together suit in shambles, sweat and blood on his body as he pants with exertion, standing up, CJ right behind him. Now, she looks like she's been through the ringer as well, covered in soot, but clearly less injured, less harmed, more awake and alert with her hand on her dagger at its side. Something terrible has happened, and James, taking a moment to breathe, looks to you with apologetic eyes. What do you say?
What the hell happened? What did you do?
Crude assumption, I did nothing except save the life of our family.
Did you bring me here?
He did.
We were attacked. We don't know by who. Few can reach this estate. They must either be of blood or invited. No other can reach our soils. But it appears we are betrayed. Our storages of food poisoned, a fire set to the building. We were powerless to stop it, and now the estate's defenses have been turned in on us. The matriarch, Magnolia, taken to the woods. She's still alive, as the defenses have not crumbled entirely, but she's dying. Our powers are fading. The heart of the matriarch is the heart of our family, of our power. If we lose it, I don't think I have to remind you the consequences.
You're telling me you guys are in a big old mess, and I have to be the one that comes to fix it.
You are the only one, well, one of the only two with practical skills outside of the arcane arts. There's no one else we could call.
No one? Is everyone injured? What's wrong? Why can't you do anything?
He looks down at himself and says, does it look like I can do anything?
Oh, great.
And this is a behavior you're very familiar with coming from James. He gets everyone else to do his dirty work whenever he claims that he can do nothing. But he summoned you here, regardless. For some reason, he doesn't want to go off into the family woods to recover, well, his sister-in-law.
Excellent. What happened? The house exploded? I leave for not that long, and the house exploded?
Oh, not that long. Okay. Yeah. Big pile of shit. We have to clean it up. Surprise, surprise.
Oh, thanks for inviting me. Great.
Oh, believe me, not my choice.
You didn't bring my fucking owl!
I assumed it would be on your person.
Okay. Okay, no, that's fine. I have my crossbow. What do I have to do?
You have to find the trader who's gone into the woods. You're good at tracking. You're a hunter.
I am.
You're always so enamored with those woods. You should be able to find them just fine.
Yep.
Will that be a problem?
No, Dad, I guess I'm here now. Do you have all your stuff you need?
Yeah. I'm all packed.
And as you guys are turning to leave, a third figure rushes from the crowd not too far off in the distance. Lily Before, the youngest of your triumvirate, runs up in fresh and clean overalls with her full pack strapped to her back.
Where are you guys going?
Lily, no, we've been over this. You're
What are you-
staying here.
No, I can't stay here. I want to be with you. You think I want to stay with the family?
Hurtful.
But true.
This is why they brought in Jane. You're just like them. You're relying on magic. It's going away. You need to stay here.
I want to protect you. I want to help.
I know that's what you want, but what can you do?
Lily, you're not coming with us.
Well,
I will
I'm
not be doing
staying
this
here.
if Lily is with us.
On one thing, we're agreed.
An extra hand can't hurt.
Oh, jeez.
Thanks, Dad. You're gonna sacrifice your little baby?
She's
Your
been
it's not
practicing.
a sacrifice.
She wasn't in the building when it exploded.
Great.
I can fend for myself.
Did you blow up the building yourself?
No.
No.
She didn't this time.
Hey,
This time.
last time it wasn't entirely my fault. I just got a little carried away with some of my spell work, all right?
Okay.
You cast a 9th level fireball in the living room.
Listen, I was just trying to test to see if I could do it, and I could. It's good to know.
I'm gonna just kind of take you to the side and start walking towards the woods, I think.
Sure. With that, the two of you start walking towards the mist-ridden woods.
Yeah.
Be careful. The traps and tricks made to befuddle and confuse outsiders, they're turned against us now.
They are.
It won't be as easy.
Anything else we should know?
That I'm coming too.
Roll an insight check.
Insight check. Okay.
The vibe check, one
The
might
vibe
say.
check.
You first
Oh,
roll.
hold on. Wait.
Okay.
12.
Middle of the road.
12. You know your father. He's not saying everything. Something about this stinks, and the fact that he doesn't want to go into the woods himself, despite being able to bring you here, is a little bit odd. There's more to the story, but it doesn't seem like he's going to relay that to you.
Okay. Is there anything you have on you can give us? Anything to survive the fire? Since you're throwing your 3 children out into this fucking forest?
Yay,
3.
2.
He pulls out a long wooden wand that seems to be partially cracked. Are you a wizard now? Did you study like you were supposed to?
You know who knows a little something about magic?
You are a sorcerer. Your gifts don't come from intelligence. And he slips his wand away. He's very cross. If you have no more complaints and arguments, and will do something for your family for once, I'm going to tend to the wounded.
Have fun tending to the wounded! Let's go to the woods.
Fine.
I'm coming too.
If we ignore her long enough, maybe she'll stop following us.
Remember last time that happened?
I remember every single time that happened, but maybe it'll work tonight.
Unlikely. With that, James turns heel and begins walking back towards the rest of the family. And counting from a distance, you're missing a lot of people. Servants and maids, perhaps. Others wounded, probably killed.
Are there like a lot of dead bodies?
There's a few being pulled out of the fire.
Where were you when this happened?
On my way out.
Out.
You did it.
So you think you can do it too?
I just start walking to the woods.
Lily, hold on. So
I just start walking to the woods.
you don't know what caused the fire. I'm following her.
All right.
I don't know. I heard a big boom, plume of smoke. Everyone's screaming.
And we can't leave. Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
All right. Okay. Separate me from my beloved owl. Bring me to this awful, godforsaken place. That's fine. Let's just do it.
Of course you can more about the owl.
Shut the fuck up.
Was that in character or not?
Might have been. Lily, I could really just use getting this over with so I can get out of here. If you're gonna be here, let's just be quiet.
Yeah. You do that. Run away.
Let's go.
All right.
Walking into the woods.
And with that, the three of you, things perhaps a little bit tense. Or maybe just a tad bit. Move into the woods, a domain that you're familiar with. You've spent your childhood running through these lands, but as you step over into the now seemingly dark with heavy clouds overhead, there's a pervasive sense of something being wrong with this place.
Is it nighttime? What time of day is it?
It's afternoon.
Oh, okay.
The sun's going to set in a few hours, but you still have some time. Though it does also seem like time is of the essence, as every minute you spend walking, you feel a little bit less of your power, less of that connection to your family. No. The trees are laden with fog, not too thick, you can see just fine, but the wooden gnarls and twisting of branches is different from how you remember. Roll a survival check to begin navigating and tracking down this target.
It's just me?
Yes. Unless anyone would like to roll.
Oh, that's a 7. Just kidding. That was a 1.
That would have been funny.
9.
All right.
Survival check, 0.
And this is the end of our podcast.
Thank you for joining us. We all died.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
Sorry.
I mean,
The game, anyways.
Yeah, it's getting into the game. With that, you reach the wood line, and following the path that your father had gestured, you can see a few footprints traveling into the woods, but you lose the path very quickly.
Oh.
Whoever they are, it seems like they know these woods too, and seem to be moving in ways that you hadn't quite expected them to move, and moving deeper and deeper past old broken down buildings and familiar hiding places, an old treehouse that you had spent your lives in as children.
I love that treehouse.
It's nice.
It was a nice place at one point. You eventually stumble upon the path again. Now, walking forward, you eventually spot 3 figures off in the distance, along a bit more of a clearing, a small river traveling past. Now, the defenses of this place, you'd never experienced them yourself, you're not exactly sure what you're expecting, but it seems, at least for now, that 3 women stand by a bridge. An elderly crone, a middle-aged matron, and then a younger girl, maybe around your age, but for elves that's not saying much. Now they stand there with identical black shrouds, hands crossed in front, all nearly identical except for the gradual cascading of height. Well, from youngest to oldest.
Excellent. I hate my dad so much.
Do they look familiar at all?
They do not. Roll a history check, though.
Oh, jeez. Okay,
history.
that is not the right dice. Okay. 17. Okay. History. Dirty 20.
All right. A dirty 20. You had heard tale and myth of these woods. Your family was not the first to cross over the threshold and claim these lands. Spirits do dwell here, and from what you can recall from different little horror stories your parents had told you when you were children, there were the 3 crones of the woods, ancient spirits, ones that were friends of your family. It's
Okay.
hard to remember, but they don't seem to be hostile. They're not bearing any weapons. They just are watching you. At least it seems like they're watching you.
Okay.
If you get closer, you realize that they lack eyes, with nothing but sunken, shadowy pits in their place. Would you like to approach them or take another path? This is the direction indicated, but everything is wrong now.
Baby. I'm going to make sure my daggers are just at the ready, but I'm not going to pull them out
Yeah.
yet.
Sure.
If they weren't involved, they might have at least seen someone.
I agree with that. I think
How would they have been able to tell without eyes?
I don't know. They're 3 random ladies in the woods.
Valid.
This is your stuff, not mine.
Listen, I think we should try to communicate with them and garner whatever information that we can.
Go ahead, Lily.
Okay, I will, Jane.
Okay.
Lily,
let
approaches
her
the 3 of them.
All right. With that, Lily,
I'm behind
with
her.
a little bit
Protecting.
of sniff walks over and down towards the 3 crones, and they all turn in unison to regard you with a nod. Speak, child.
My name is Lily Beaufoy, of the Beaufoy family.
We know who you are. What is
course.
it you are looking for?
We're looking to find out if you know anything about who was involved with the explosion at our house.
The child of no honor, you mean? No. I commend your pains. Though all must share in the gains, into the cauldron they shall remain. Curses, boons, rewards. And with that, a snap of the finger, a spiral of smoke rises from the ground in front of them and forms a cauldron. One takes the center, the matron, takes their hand and cuts it, blood now pooling into the water before it rises up, bubbling a broth. An offering from each. And a boon you shall receive.
What kind of offering?
That which is most precious.
For Lily, it will be her fingernails.
I do have nice fingernails.
And the youngest of the crones actually seems to smile at that. So they do have a sense of humor despite being creepy, odd-looking corpses watching you in the woods.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Right.
isn't that a nice thought?
Good.
Awesome.
That which is dearest.
Excellent.
Are we doing this?
I don't really see a different option.
I mean, it doesn't sound like they're blocking your path.
Oh, that's true.
But it seems they did see wherever your target had gone.
Yes.
Offering for a boon.
Lily, do you want to ask them if they've seen anything? Or ask them further? Since you're so chatty with them.
Well, chatty's a strong word.
Well, just keep going.
Okay, all right.
Miss Charisma.
Before we make any sort of offering, can I ask if you saw anything, perceived anything?
They just gestured to the pot in front of them.
Oh, good.
Okay. So they
Okay,
said,
that was helpful.
All
It
three,
was.
in addition.
It was.
The old woman scowls a little bit.
Please don't hate me. All right.
I don't think we can muscle our way out of this. I'm just going to say that so that's on the table and now off the table.
Okay.
What do you have that's dearest to you, Jane?
Well, good old daddy fucking teleported me away from my owl, which has been pretty important to me, so he's not here. She cut her hand and put it in the cauldron. I know you don't like blood.
I don't love blood, but what is most important to me, believe it or not, is this family. Our blood.
Okay.
All right, someone
Okay.
give me a dagger
I'm
then.
going to pull out my dagger. You're, okay.
All right.
Be careful.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
No, don't go too hard.
I have to draw enough blood
Just
to put in
do
there.
a little bit.
Oh,
you
just
think I'm
cut
gonna
the
win?
hand.
Thank you, CJ. I'm a big girl.
She's
I'm
gonna
17.
faint.
Jeez. All right, fine. I'm not gonna faint. I might faint.
Go ahead.
Okay.
The old,
Ow!
they like reach out a hand as if to stop you. Like, you already cut yourself before they could, and start dropping into the water, and they all just kind of tilt their head.
No.
God.
Please tell me that works.
This
Really hurts.
an item that is precious.
Okay. Siege, I'm gonna step
Did
up.
I just do this for nothing?
And you take 1 slashing damage from it. So.
First damage of the night.
Do we have anything that we can
Here's
wrap
your
her hand
dagger
with?
back,
Yeah,
I guess.
you can just wrap it up with a
We're gonna-
couple pieces of cloth.
Wrap around on the
While
fucking
they're
hand.
doing that, I'm going to step up, and I have a little signet ring that Jane gave to me. I'm gonna take it off my finger and be like, well, this was precious for a really long time. Maybe not recently, but might do the job. And just chuck it in the cauldron.
All right. Boop. It disappears under the red broth.
What did the crones say?
They look at you, and then they look at you.
Okay.
An item that is which most precious.
This was actually a gift from you. Do you remember?
I don't.
Well, it was, and it made me think of you. And you've obviously forgotten that that was the thing that happened, so
Oh. Method acting.
method act. There you go.
Thank you.
Get croned. Sorry.
Get crone.
Get crone.
Crohn's disease. No. Anyways.
I
moving
don't
on.
think we want that.
Anyways.
Probably not.
I think I'm just gonna start patting my body to see if I have even anything really on hand. Because I'm. Can I check my pockets? Like roll for something to just like.
Sure,
in my
like a
pocket?
trinket or something.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just fancy make-believe. You can just make shit up most of the
You
time.
have something in your pockets. Magic.
I don't really.
Lint.
Lint.
Memorabilia, if you will.
Yeah, I'm going to check my pockets and I'm going to pull out a feather from my owl.
Oh, right. Your owl is more important than us. Got it. Cool.
Barrow. His name's Barrow.
The
I'm
owl.
going to- the owl. He is a bird. I'm going to put it in the cauldron.
All right. With that, the feather falls slower, then drops and seems to sink rather quickly, like the others. And with that, the crones all stand up straight, and after a moment, the broth bubbles, and all 3 items return back to the surface.
Oh.
Each one scoops an item out and hands it to each of you respectfully. The crone, the matron, and then the child.
Oh, great. I'm a crone.
All of you have just received magical items made from that which you had given before.
Yo.
Now, each is a little bit different depending on what
Bet.
you had given.
Okay.
But you can have this back.
Yeah.
And you receive a +1 to your armor class while you wear it.
Oh,
a necklace
Oh.
of protection.
Excellent.
That's sick. Okay.
Cool.
Sack, dude.
God,
Y'all did? Sack.
it's the 80s, right?
Yeah, yeah, you guys
Yeah, it is.
This is being very
Radical.
morbid so far. You don't need to say shit.
Okay.
The ring that you are given carries a single spell.
Oh, okay.
Dispel magic.
Oh.
A third level incantation that can be
Third
cast
level.
as an action, removing any magical effects nearby.
Okay. Actually, I put that in equipment.
And now for you,
Nice.
yours also bears a single spell. Invisibility. You can crush the feather and turn invisible for 1 minute at your leisure.
Epic.
So, a couple little upgrades, a couple little spells, and as you realize what the items can do, almost intrinsically, like it appears in the back of your mind the second that the items come back to you, the crones all bow their heads out, almost reverentially.
Thank you, crones.
Thank you. Thank you for thinking I'm funny.
And that is all they say.
Let's keep going.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
And Lily cut her hand.
First damage of the night, not even finding anything.
And it will not be the last.
Oh.
Says
I'm
you.
kidding, of course.
Okay. Let us continue down the. We're on a path, yes?
Yes, you're still on the path, and with that you cross over the bridge, over the small stream of water, and back into the forest itself. Now, roll another survival check to see if you can navigate this time. A little bit better than you could
This
before.
time.
All right. I
Maybe
am a
this
ranger.
time.
This time. Yes.
Dope.
That's epic.
Fuck.
You can't cuss on this show.
Sorry.
Wait, can we not?
No, we can.
Okay.
We're allowed to, just not a lot.
Okay.
Okay. In moderation.
So we know where we're going.
This time, yes, you do.
Yay.
As the ground is a little bit muddy and you're able to find the tracks into the woods, a few broken branches, and you're quickly on your way now, moving at a pretty fast pace.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is it single pair of tracks? Can you describe what the tracks are to us? Because
Yes.
are there matriarch? Are there little matriarch footy prints? Is this a man?
No. This. So looking closer at the tracks, I should give you more detail. I apologize. Is- you only find at first a single pair of tracks, ones that seem to be carrying a rather heavy burden, as they sink a little bit deeper into the mud than someone might, given the size of their shoes.
Okay.
Of feminine size, it seems, but definitely not anything your aunt would wear. She was more akin to wearing heels and wouldn't be caught dead walking through the forest, let alone, after a fire and poisoning and explosions and destruction of your entire home estate.
You take after her.
Thank you. Wait.
But you do catch something else as well nearby. A faint imprint. Tracks that are not too far off from the one that seemed to be carrying the matron. Except they're not human. Not entirely.
What are
Well, not at all. They appear to be human-sized, yes. And for a moment you just confuse them as boots, but at a couple points it seems like there's hooks into the ground at the front 2 toes and back 2 toes.
Oh.
Something else is with this kidnapper, one might say. Now they were moving with stealth and discretion that obviously the other was not. If you hadn't rolled a natural 20 or something very high, you probably wouldn't have uncovered them at all.
Okay. So the creepy feet are stealthier than the kidnapper, or vice versa.
Yes, they're
Okay.
much stealthier.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, you guys are gonna stay by me then. I'm gonna draw my crossbow just to have it in my hands.
Sure. And that you take out the crossbow and load an arrow into it, knocking it back, and push forward.
Yeah.
Moving deeper into the woods now, as eventually about an hour passes. Quick, you're moving fast, you've got the scent, you find broken branches, and in a few places different aspects of blood splattered on, not splattered, but grazed, like as if someone was lugging a body and they brushed against a tree and it dripped down. So the matron most likely is not doing too well.
Magnolia's gonna be pissed.
No signs of fighting or anything, no signs of struggle. But eventually, as you're walking near now the outer limits of the estate, you notice a large pedestal, one made of marble stone, very large, around 10 feet in diameter, and it has kind of ribbed etchings and carves down and sinks into the muddy ground in front of you. And looking down to your right and left, similar, almost identical pillars. Would one of you like to roll a history check on what these could be?
I can do it.
Yay, Lily.
Lily's getting into it.
Yay,
yeah.
Lily. Ooh, not bad.
Plus 2, 21.
All right. So with a 21, you are familiar with these before. You've gone in and out, not as far or exploratory as your sister might have been, but you did pay attention to your lessons just a little bit more. These pedestals had statues on them at one point, large ones, the guardians of your ancestral home. And indeed, when you step closer to them, you can see that each has heavy indentation, like the greaves of a knight or a soldier, where thou were standing here for a very long time. But clearly, they're not standing there now.
They were human statues?
Maybe.
Did any of the statues have 4 legs with weird feet?
No,
Damn, okay.
they were knights, mostly.
Okay.
I'm assuming, have we seen these statues
Mostly.
before? Or is this like a thing we've
I
never
mean,
seen?
you probably would have seen them before, yes, traveling through the woods, but nothing like, without them on it, obviously the pedestal's nowhere near as notable.
Right.
They had stood each about 10 feet tall and were made of pure stone. Not something that should have been moving.
Yes. This was alive. Can I roll, I forget if it's perception or insight, to just catch a vibe of if I'm perceiving anything around us in the woods, kind of?
Roll perception for me.
Perception, thank you. Do this one. Hold on.
Oh, jeez.
Oh. 7. Don't laugh at me.
You see nothing out of the ordinary. But there is a slight sense of dread that comes with that fact.
Cool.
Okay.
These could very well be the defenses that your father had spoken of,
That's my thinking too.
turning
Yeah.
against you.
Yes.
Turning against.
Okay.
Question is, are they being controlled or are they just wild?
That's my follow-up question.
Yes.
What's the motivation?
Shouldn't they be able to identify us as being Beaufoys?
I mean,
You would
considering the crones
think.
could in like 2 seconds. I would assume that this also could
How are the
identify
crones
us.
coming with us to hang out? Okay, this sucks.
Because they didn't want to.
Can I inspect the pedestals? Are they like taller than us?
They're about 4 feet up off the ground. If that's as tall as you, it's
Yeah.
your prerogative.
I'm gonna.
I think I'm gonna step up onto the pedestal and just see if there's anything interesting I can perceive.
Sure.
I'm gonna join in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can roll
Sneak the
another
pedestals.
perception check as the two of you climb up on top of it.
Damn it.
Ooh, that was good.
What, we can
Perception?
check?
Yes.
Ooh, I'm really good at that. I forgot about that. That is a 26.
You
Wow.
perceive everything all
I
at
see
once.
everything.
It's like you suddenly did a line of a hard drug and everything becomes clear. No. But standing up on top, taking a deep breath, and quickly glancing around the environment, you do note that a few of the trees have cracked branches around 10 feet up off the ground, as if something
10
large and
feet.
heavy had been moving through it, accompanied by thick, heavy tracks.
Okay.
They are moving, and they are here, and you can hear the cracking of branches off in the distance ahead.
Oh, good.
Getting quieter or getting louder?
Not getting quieter.
Oh,
Good.
Awesome.
Okay.
Good one, CJ. Tell us.
Statues that way, probably. Something big.
Cool. Get your staff ready.
Got it.
You know how to use it, right?
We're gonna hope so.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. How are you guys feeling about staying by the pedestals?
I mean, kind of like to see is, can you tell if the tracks are going in the same way of the sounds I'm hearing?
Yes, can I check it out?
They definitely were.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, that could mean that they're attacking the kidnapper. We should probably go ahead.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right, Lily, you're gonna stay with CJ, and I'm going to go ahead, kind of off to the side, kind of a little sneaky side route.
Gee, thanks.
I'm not having this conversation with you again. Let's go.
Okay.
All right. So you're going to sneak around to the side, trying to get a different angle on it?
Yes, different angle.
Okay, roll a stealth check for me.
Excellent.
Also gonna roll a stealth check, but I guess I have to stay with Lily.
As if that's such a terrible thing.
16.
Thank you.
Oh, I didn't roll very well.
Finally.
Oh, wait.
15.
All right, 16 and a 15.
Yes.
Not bad on either case. With that, Jane first slips off into the woods with CJ kind of taking shelter nearby as well. You gonna hide or just kind of hang out with the pillar?
I'm not gonna hide. I'm gonna hang out. What if I notice something? What do I have to be scared of? I've got a quarterstaff. Come on.
She's got a stick.
I've got a stick.
Found a stick on the ground.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
Now, as
Game.
as you walk around, sneaking through the woods, moving through the underbrush, just as you had as a child, you eventually come up across another rolling river, not too far ahead, yes. And you do also find the source of that thumping. A headless statue.
Oh.
It seems as if it had been its head had been cleaved clean off, and it is now wandering and bumping into a tree before moving in a different direction and just walking blind.
Oh.
Interesting.
Except for its head is down by the river nearby, stuck in the mud.
I'm gonna sneak over to the head if I can.
Sure, you can. It's kind of blind.
Figure
But
out the
actually,
head.
wait, I'm going to roll a perception check. Thank you.
Okay, good. First roll.
Okay. The statue doesn't seem to hear you as you creep across the more open plain towards the head, laden now in the mud. You can see that it was that of a knight statue of some kind, and like a little bit of a golden light comes from its visors as it has like a very plate-like feel to it. And it's just sitting there, a little statue head in the ground.
I'm going to whisper to it and see if it corresponds. And just be like, "Are you alive?"
Does it look like I'm alive?
It's talking, so that's great. Are you okay?
I'm a rock.
Excellent. Are you aware of the Beaufoy family? I've never spoken to a statue before. Forgive me for not knowing the proper way to do it.
No response.
Can I kick it?
You want to kick the heavy
Just really lightly, just like a little leg.
Just a little nudge?
Yeah. What attacked you?
I have a mouth but cannot speak. I can never run but never walk. I have a head but never weep. I have a bed yet never sleep. Cross me and
Oh.
be free.
I'm not there, but you know
Of
what?
course.
You're a fucking river.
No. Though,
DM's like, wait. They're smart.
for reference, that was not my riddle. No. As you are talking to the creature, and it seems just to be sitting there, you almost don't notice that the statue is now walking straight towards you.
Oh.
This was just a distraction until the last moment possible when you hear it swinging its arm back and slashing down towards you with a wooden blade. Not wooden, a
great.
stone blade. It's not very wood.
Ain't no way.
What is your armor class?
That's a great question. 13.
13.
Yes.
That is going to miss, just barely. You're able to duck out of the way at the last second as its stone greatsword sinks down into the mud with a splash, just barely missing its own head. It doesn't seem to have a very good line of sight on you, given the fact that its head is in the ground, but it does continue swinging its blade at you. What do you do?
I'm just gonna get some distance. I just like run back a little bit farther into the woods, just get some distance from the body.
Absolutely. Taking a few steps back, then running into the woods, it swings, but it clean misses at this point and stumbles back towards the riverbank and stops. Whether that was intended to be a distraction or that riddle was actually important, it's hard to say. but it now has no bearing on you with the stone face only facing straight up towards the sky.
Did I notice anything about how the head was cut? Did it look like?
It looked as if magic had done it, to be frank. Something had struck it very hard. It wasn't a clean cut, it wasn't anything along those lines, but it was burned off in a sense.
Ooh, magic burn.
Melted
Okay. Got it.
straight through.
Swag. Okay. I'm probably gonna. Are these guys still following the path?
They are not, no, they
You
stayed
told us to
behind.
stay put.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you guys were following
Because
me.
somebody
Oh.
was like, don't get
Well,
Do
I'm gonna
we
go back to
hear-
my siblings then? I guess. I think.
Did we hear any of the ruckus?
You would have probably not.
Okay.
Actually, you rolled a really high perception. You would have heard a little bit of something, but not sure if that was your sister or if that was just the thing out there in
I'm
general.
not
But
trying to unpack my feelings with you. I'm like, so, tell me about why you want to do.
Hide in the bush.
I'm not gonna hide. What do I have to hide from? There's nothing.
Lily.
Lily's just leaning against a tree talking to you as you're hiding in a bush nearby.
I don't understand what the problem is. Why are you hiding all the time?
I'm hearing something. Shush.
I'm hearing something. I'm CJ.
Oh my
I'm special.
So there's a statue.
And with
Where
that,
did
she
she
emerged.
Emerges.
Yes, I'm gonna tell them everything that I just perceived, and that whatever there is in the woods out there, I'm going to assume has some very powerful magic. At least
Okay.
enough to knock a head off of a giant ass statue.
Okay, so you were right. Apologies.
course.
Sometimes you are.
Sometimes. Okay.
I'm thinking
Let's go.
follow the path
Oh,
more.
DM rolled something and I got scared.
I'm
Sorry.
Oh, I don't like that face. I don't like that.
I'm thinking following the path.
Yeah.
Because we also, correct me if I'm wrong, the footsteps were going towards the statue.
They were coming towards you, but it seems like the creature was just kind of bumbling around when you got there.
Oh, yeah.
That was the
okay.
source of the same footsteps from
Yeah.
earlier, at least.
Okay, can we re-find the kidnapper's footsteps and try to follow them that way?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Roll another survival check for me.
Excellent.
Shouldn't be difficult, considering you already have a nice track of it.
11.
Plus anything, or?
9
it's
plus
9.
2.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Why is my survival?
Now, sorry?
Nothing. We're good.
Talking smack?
No. A little
Hold on
bit.
a minute.
Just a little bit. It's
We're
fine.
in the woods, we're stressed.
Understandable. My job to make you stressed.
Oh,
I'm
thanks.
not stressed. I'm having a great time. I don't have to hide or nothing. We're talking about family history. We're getting to know each other.
Okay.
We're stressed.
So, I was,
No.
I'm so glad.
So we're following tracks.
Yes, you are back on the trail, and it's a little bit difficult to pick up now, mixed with that of the creature, perhaps it had been chasing them, the statue, I mean.
Yeah.
Though, as you're moving towards it, you can still hear the footprints and the smashing of the woods nearby.
Screwing the woods.
But, yes, I did roll a critical fail on stealth, which means that the second statue moving towards you in the woods is anything but discreet. You can
Okay.
hear it snapping and pushing through the brush from a distance. This one, as you can tell, as you quickly duck behind a nearby tree, has its head very much intact, its visor glowing red, as it seems to be wading towards where you had been not too long ago.
Okay.
Excellent.
This path is now being patrolled by something, by them. And moving on the same path that you were on will most likely lead you straight past these creatures. You can attempt to sneak past them, all three of you, or you can attempt to go around and risk losing the trail.
I think sneak.
I think sneak too.
Worst comes to worst, I can just climb a tree and shoot the shit
Yeah.
out of it.
I'm stealthing.
All right,
Yeah, that's
stealthing.
true.
Be quiet. I'm trying.
Ooh. Okay.
Not 20.
You got a nat 20. Dang.
I got
I'm
19.
very stealthy.
I'm trying to math.
Uh-oh.
24. There we go. Wait, should I change it? Should I change
No,
it?
it's fine, I guess.
We're doing great, guys.
I'll switch
Both
dice
voice
next time.
sisters, both voice sisters.
I'll switch dice next time.
No, it's fine. It makes it easier for me, I guess. The three of you sort of split off, crouching down low as if you were a Skyrim character in sneak mode. And proceed to...
Like normal people would.
Yeah, like they would normally do.
Skyrim.
But you're able to move through the woods without making a noise and move around the flank of the creature before moving and skirting around it entirely as it rushes past, still searching but unable to find you, with only a 15 to search. And while you rolled a 19 or above, so I guess you're fine. As it's unable to detect you, you're able to sneak past, but now comes the issue of the river ahead and the now still standing golem by the river bank. The headless one, easier to sneak past for sure, but still one last guardian that blocks your path.
This is the guy from earlier.
This is who?
Yeah.
Weird riddle.
This is the weird riddle guy.
Okay.
Oh, we can handle that.
Do you guys want to try to sneak past again?
Is there a bridge on the river? Or are we waiting for the
There
river?
is no bridge on the river.
It's gonna be.
That's gonna
cold,
be
isn't
interesting.
It is very cold.
it? Oh.
All right. I have an idea.
Okay.
What if we tried to trip him in a way where he fell sideways into the river and we used him as a bridge? That would be kind
Is
of
he?
funny.
How big is the river?
He's not big enough
Yeah.
to do that.
I love the idea.
It's like a
though.
20-foot river. He's like 10 feet tall, but he's missing a head, so he's like 6 feet tall or
poor
7
guy.
feet tall. Rough day for him, to be
Poor
honest.
guy. Feeling a swim. We could, in theory.
He's a piece of rock. Calm down.
Don't get her started.
Oh, I'm not. The only people you'll be running into is family. And the attackers.
Anyways,
Anyways.
should we? Okay, my feeling is sneak past and
Yes.
then
Yeah.
see. We could try to see if there's a bridge. Do we know if there's a bridge nearby? I don't want to swim.
There very well might be. I mean,
I can swim.
glancing up and down the river, yeah, there probably is a bridge not too far from here, but you're no longer on that same main path that you were on before.
Yeah.
It seems whoever you were tracking took the off-road.
So it's quite possible that they also crossed the river then.
They definitely crossed the river.
Yeah.
Okay, we're swimming.
We're swimming.
Okay.
Okay.
I think the plan is sneak past
Yes.
the golem
Yeah.
and then give a little swim.
Yeah.
Lily, can you swim?
As long as we're
Yes,
away
I
from
can
his
Are you
swim.
sure
head.
you can swim?
I know how to swim, Jane. Do you know how to swim? Yes. Miss,
I
left
just started
home and I
swimming.
didn't get swimming lessons.
All right.
As they're doing this, I'm like, nope.
So with that, are you going to try and sneak past or just going to run past? Because
Oh,
it is
sneak
blind,
past.
kind of.
It is blind and
It
it is
is
a rock.
blind.
Let's just sprint. That'll be fun. Bye, Lily. Let's sprint.
Okay. Jane's sprinting.
Just start running.
I was gonna swim, but okay.
Well, we're gonna sprint past the golem and then go swimming.
Oh, fine, yeah.
Guys, wait for me.
Guys, why are you so fast? Why are you so fast? Why do you have such long legs? It's
So
not
y'all are
my fault
sprinting?
that I have small legs. Oh, right, let's be quiet. Sorry. Why do you have long legs?
I'm going to throw you in the river. Let's go. And we
Do
run.
it. You won't. Ooh.
We're gonna run. We're gonna run through.
Are you ready?
Guess
Okay.
we're run. I'm like, okay, I guess.
We just be running.
All right, with that, you sprint out across the open plain, and immediately the one behind you rips
Oh,
its
of
head
course.
around completely before its body follows and starts sprinting after towards
Oh,
you.
of course.
The one now by the riverbank also tries to look around, but it's not wearing a head, so it starts fishing in the ground to try and pick its head back up and starts cursing at itself doing so. But you're able to quickly reach the riverbank with now the two golems in a pseudo pursuit. Roll an athletics check to see if you can swim across fast enough to evade any complications.
That is not. Oh,
18.
wait, I said I was
18.
Oh, this is really bad.
Oh, 16. You have a -1?
Oh, you do? I forgot.
16.
All right.
You have a dirty one, so not a critical fail, technically. But that is the worst
right to the
possible
bottom.
roll, second to worst possible thing you could do in this situation.
Good.
So your concerns about them being able to swim, very fair.
Okay, great.
What'd you roll? Sorry?
16.
Okay, so you guys are fine. With that, the two of you, almost in sync, dive into the water and start quickly swimming across. It's only about 20 feet, but the river has a decent current
Yeah.
to it, and it's not too easy to do. And as you both climb up on the bank, you hear a gargled cry for help, and a single hand with those painted nails stripping out. She's trying to swim.
Please.
The golem's now wading into the water behind her,
I
and they start swinging.
We're gonna. Oh shit. So we're gonna turn back around.
immediate turnaround.
Fucking kidding me.
For all,
You want to run first.
what is your armor class?
14, but I do have this. I can put that.
So now that would be a 15.
15.
So you are wearing the necklace, and it does give you that
yeah.
little bonus. And it is with that bonus that one of these swords narrowly misses your head and plunges into the water nearby. That the blind one, now trying to reach out and grab you, make a dexterity saving throw to avoid being grappled and drowned by said golem.
Oh God, please, please.
Nice.
Natural 20? All right. As the hand reaches out, you grab it, then kick off his legs, moving towards the shoreline. Now, you two are sprinting back into the water after her. How are you approaching this? Because these two things, they're swinging. They're going to kill.
Please don't kill me. I'm so pretty.
But you can't swim, so you're kind of just
distract,
floundering in the
distract.
water.
This might sound silly. I'm not trying it. I'm asking if it's a realistic option.
Mm-hmm.
Can I shoot from the water as a distraction?
You can shoot from the water, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to like go onto the flank and distract from my like a side kind of back view of the golem.
Absolutely. Roll an attack for me to see if you can hit it and distract it.
Yes. 5.
Oh.
I don't know. What do I plus for that?
That will be your dexterity bonus and your proficiency bonus added together. I'd recommend writing that down.
Where's your proficiency bonus?
Is it this?
Might be useful later.
That's
Might be
plus
useful
7
later,
total,
being
so
able
that's
to
a
shoot
12.
things.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So a 12, a creature made of stone wearing false plate, is a very clean miss, as it just barely scratches off the top of the helmet and goes flying, sputtering into the water nearby. What are you doing?
I'm just going for Lily, trying to get her in.
All right.
pull her
CJ,
out.
please.
Roll another athletics check for me to see if you can pull them out of the water without getting attacked.
Angsty black die. Ooh, athletics?
Yeah.
Oh, 5. That is a +0.
So
Drown here.
I really don't want to die.
you feel a hand on your shoulder and you're like, sister, swinging down, and that is going, what's your armor class? 'Cause
16.
yeah, that's gonna hit you. Let me roll some damage dice real quick.
No!
This is starting to get fun for me.
Shit.
Dungeons and
sorry for running.
Dragons.
I'm sorry for running.
Makes it interesting.
So now you feel the stone blade, not sharp, just like a bludgeoning mace, crack down onto your shoulder, dealing a nice 9 bludgeoning damage.
9?
Oh,
Okay.
holy God.
Now,
Okay, we're
you are
okay.
still trying to distract this
I'm gonna
creature.
start climbing onto its back if I can.
Roll an acrobatics check for me.
Cool. Okay. For 7.
All right. With the 7, you climb up onto its back, just basically, get away from my sister, you stupid. Splash. You're back down in the water now. But in that moment, at least, she's given you another opportunity to try and pull your sister away. You may both now roll together and then add your rolls.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
We got this.
We got this.
Get
We
out
got
of here.
this.
We won't be able to film this in live action, but that's okay.
19.
Okay.
What do I add?
That was
to
an acrobatic. Or what was that?
Athletics.
Athletics. Darn it. That's 19.
19?
8.
8? 19 plus 8. It's
Okay.
not bad. The DC is a little bit higher, but you are able to now pull away from the creature as it thrashes, throwing you back in the water. Its attention now back onto you.
Oh, good.
You see your sisters pulling towards the shoreline, but now you are in the middle of the river with both golems attacking.
Cool.
Does a 21 hit? I'm just kidding. I know it does.
I can't answer that. I am certain I cannot.
It's bigger than 15.
I see. Gotcha.
All right. Much lower on damage for you, though, with only 4, as it just barely glances against your forehead, drawing a little bit of blood.
Yep.
But with that, you are able to slip away.
Okay.
Using your superior speed and maneuverability to reach the shoreline, the creature's still wading towards you. But you're out of harm's way, as long as you start running.
Okay, run.
I'm
Run.
gonna follow
Run.
the path. Are there footsteps? Is there a path?
You want to spend the time to look for tracks?
No, I don't.
No.
I do not actually. That's a good question.
All right. With that, the 3 of you now, drenched, soaked, start hauling, sprinting towards the woods, pursued by these creatures. But despite their terrifying strength and size, they're slow, especially in the waterfront, as it seems they're sinking into the bank, and you're able to reach the falling tree line, sprinting through the woods now, not even looking back to see if they can give chase.
Okay.
You evaded the guardians thus far.
Okay.
Awesome.
But with a deep breath, the 3 of you now panting, a little bit tired, wounded.
That sucked.
How do you continue?
Are you okay?
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay for now.
I'm gonna try gently stop my bleeding here.
Absolutely.
How's your hand doing
She's okay. I almost drowned.
Yep.
Like how she was the one that failed, but you both got punished.
I know. We got the damage for that tracks.
Thanks
That
for
tracks.
lying about being able to swim.
I said I was able to. Okay, that's a good point. I did kind of lie, but in
Swim
my
in a kiddie
defense,
pool,
I
maybe.
can swim.
Did I steal your joke?
I learned how to swim in the family pool. No one told me that I would have to deal with currents and these guardians and all of these things. It was really stressful. I didn't know what to do, and I forgot how to doggy battle. Okay, all right.
Let's look
Can
for
we still
traps.
hear thunking behind us? Like, are they still actively pursuing?
They're still pursuing, but they don't seem to have your scent
Okay.
or trail, so to speak. It's not like they're
Yes,
capable
yeah.
trackers. You just happen to run right past them.
Awesome.
Let's
Okay.
look for
Let's get
more
yeah
tracks.
resituated.
I can do that.
I'll
Can
do
you?
that. Thank you.
Okay, so I can't swim, and suddenly I'm the bad guy. I can.
I'm just glad you didn't drop your stick in the water.
I do
You'd be
have my stick.
stickless. Great. Awesome.
Well, at least you didn't lose anything, you know?
I
That's
didn't
true.
lose
my
my
crossbow's damp or my bow. I don't even know if it's a crossbow or a bow. My bow.
That's entirely up to you.
Damp. It's damp. I'm damp right now. Okay, I'm going to.
I'm feeling a little hostility, but fine. Continue.
Excellent. Let's look for more tracks and get back onto the
Sure.
path.
Let me roll another survival check for me. Now, a bit more difficult since you've lost the trail.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. What am I adding? I'm sorry. Survival. 11.
And now, CJ, can you roll a perception check for me?
Yes, I can. That is a nat 1, but I have really good perception, so it's a
man.
9.
You see nothing wrong with the woods around
What about
you,
my
dude.
passive perception?
I'm afraid I didn't ask for your passive perception.
I tried.
Shit.
No. I seen.
It's
Oh.
nice knowing you, brother.
Oh no, nothing happens.
I just don't
Okay.
see if it does or not.
Did I find anything? Did I find the path?
You did roll well enough to find the path, but the
Yeah.
time that it took to do so was costly. You're able to avoid the sentinels. They can't find you, but
Yeah.
it takes longer than you'd like. The sun is starting to set.
I don't even
With
care
now.
about Aunt Magnolia enough to do this.
Do you care about me?
I care. Okay.
We
never mind.
unpacking
We're
that
not
right
having
now?
This conversation. I'm just really pissed that I'm in the woods moist right now, trying to search for a woman who never talked to me at family dinners.
A woman who is the source of the family magic. It's
Who's the
important.
first to say that? All right.
Did you find the tracks or not?
I did not find the tracks. I found the path. And Auntie Maggie's apparently bleeding somewhere.
Which is why it's important that we find her.
Let's go.
All right. With that bickering aside,
Precious
CJ.
Happy
lost-
family.
Once again, CJ in the middle, like, everybody please calm down.
I mean, you're the only one that doesn't rely on the family magic, so.
I don't care.
Swag.
Okay, fair enough. But with that, you managed to find the path and continue pushing forward. It's the general direction that they were heading. You don't have their exact path, but they're probably going at least this way. Now, as you continue pushing forward, though, the fog is starting to get thicker. You are reaching the outer edges of the premise now. The fog of the lost begins to fill the air just a little bit.
Guys, stay by me.
Someone roll a perception check, not you. You failed.
I can do it.
I'm so
You
good
have
at it.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me do something.
Sure.
Luck of the dice, I'm sorry.
I know.
Jane.
Oh, nice.
Okay. And then, 17.
All right. As the three of you push forward through the woods, now getting more and more obscured as darkness and fog descend, you hear something not too far off, though it does grow louder.
Okay.
The sound of crying. The cries of a child lost in the woods, away from the path that you're following. Now, they are to your left. The crying getting louder, but not as if it were getting closer. Do you continue pushing forward?
What's wrong, Lily?
I heard the cries of what sounds like a child. I can't tell if this is some sort of an illusion or distraction or actually a child who could be in need of our help.
No. You two start to hear it as well, craning and listening. And yes, there's someone in the woods. I mean, civilians can travel into the estate and get lost within these lands. Souls that can never leave, should they not know the destination.
I'd say split up. I don't trust that we can split up safely in this fog.
No.
Do you want to investigate it?
I think we should.
I asked CJ. It could really be anybody that wandered in here.
It could.
I care more about a child than I do Auntie Maggie, I'll be honest.
Yeah, you're right.
Can we approach or see if we can follow the sound?
Yes, you can. It's not hard to follow. You just have to leave the path.
Oh.
I'm trying to think if I have...
I feel like we have an obligation. It's our land and territory. If somebody wanders in, I feel like we should, especially a child.
Is there a tree nearby? Like, we're in the woods. Is
You're
there
in
a
the
tree nearby?
Actually, no. There are no trees nearby.
So since I was like ready to leave, I have rope
Yeah.
in my pack.
Oh.
Want to tie rope to a tree just so we can like find our way back
Oh.
and start
You're a
moving towards the
genius.
child.
Okay.
Little
Breadcrumb.
labyrinth.
Absolutely.
here.
It doesn't take more than a minute to pull out
Yeah.
the 50 feet of rope, tie it
Yeah.
around a quick tree, do a double knot, secure. You
Okay.
start moving into the woods,
following.
the sound of a child crying.
We're gonna stick together.
Yes.
Now, weaving through the brush and the thick fog and the darkening sky, the rope goes limp.
Oh.
Like,
You
Not attached to the tree anymore.
Now, who could have seen
not
that?
attached to the tree anymore.
You wanted to go after the little crying child.
I do want to go after
It
the
got us
child.
off the path.
I'm sorry that I care
Can
about
I-
children.
see perception check if like I hear something behind us.
Sure.
Please redeem me. I can't see what that is. That is a 15
Plus a lot.
plus a lot, 23.
There's nothing following you. But as
Okay.
you pull the rope back, it's not that it was untied. No, it's just frayed and missing from a certain point onward.
I think it might be useful to try to go back onto the path. And I feel like this might
Are
be
we
the right
just
time.
saying
No,
F the
I
child?
care about the child. If you
What if it's not real? We are in a magic forest.
I understand that, but what if it is real?
We can find him in the morning.
In the morning, he's gonna be dead in the morning.
We might be too.
I feel like we should go after the child. If you don't want to follow me, fine.
you're going?
Sure.
Fine.
If
Guess
any
we're
other ones are
going.
following you.
Yeah.
All right. And you
Morning,
continue
my
wandering. First, nice 30 feet off the path, then 40, then 50. To where the child definitely should have been. But no matter how far you walk, the sound never gets any closer.
What did I fucking
Okay.
say? What did I fucking say?
I'm
Let's
sorry
turn
that I
around
was
and go
worried
back on
about
the
a
path.
child. Unlike
Let's
some
turn
people
around
who
and go
left the
back on
children
the
behind
path.
to go away from the family. Oh, I'm Jane. I'm so grown up. Forget.
Does
the
she bring this
CJ.
up every single day?
Yeah.
It hurts. You were supposed to be my
You
big
left.
sister, and you left. She's hurt by it, but at least I talk
I'm
about
gonna
it.
start going right back into the fog and following back and trying to retrace our footsteps properly. And saying, follow me, guys!
You find no footprints
Of mine.
of any of yours.
Oh my god, we're gonna die here. Shit. How...
Y'all are magic. Do some of your magic shit.
I don't know what flavor magic I can even do.
Can I see?
Oh wait, I do have dancing lights as a cantrip. I could see.
Can make some pretty lights.
I can make some pretty lights that could also
Make some pretty lights, baby.
They could
I
like
have
light up around
torches.
us and see if we can see anything better. Great.
Absolutely,
Let's
yeah.
do it.
So with the moment, you take your quarterstaff and take your left hand, and with a tap, 3 little glowing orbs fly up around it and circle into the air.
And now things. Never mind.
Oh, that
Do
was
we-
probably a bad idea, wasn't it?
We did it.
And-
We're doing it.
Oh, great.
Only for a moment, as you watch your little lights go up, do they cast a shadow in the trees. And the second that that light falls onto it, it leaps away, and you hear a bit of a rustling as whatever was watching you is now gone.
Okay.
But at least we're aware that we were. Now we're.
Did you see that? What was
Yeah.
that? Do we know what that was? Did you
Any
see anything?
A
idea?
vaguely humanoid shape.
Humanoid. Okay.
Humanoid. Okay, that's a good start, I guess. We can take a human.
Okay, can we?
Did
I
we
would
see
still
which
like to try to
direction
get
it
back
went?
onto the path. Either direction it went.
Yeah.
Your question
Did we
first.
see which direction the thing went?
Not really. No.
Did we hear anything when it happened?
You only heard the rustling of branches as it swung away.
Yucky. Swung. It's a monkey. Okay.
It is an orangutan.
No, not the orangutan.
What's
All
that
right,
Edgar Allan Poe
The
book?
BBEG is stop.
Let's see if we can find any tracks made by this creature where it just was.
Absolutely. That would require climbing up the tree, but that's no difficulty for you guys. As you climb up to where it was, you don't need to roll for this. You find claw-like marks at the foot of the branch where it had been standing,
Yucky. Okay.
identical to those that you had been tracking before.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, which means that in theory the kidnapper is close if the two are in cahoots.
Correct.
But they were
Right?
watching but didn't attack.
Which is interesting to note. But
It
why?
might have been waiting for the right moment and got scared by the lights.
Well, at least. So I am useful. Occasionally.
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay.
Someone did forget how to
Dang.
swim today.
And we both.
Magically forgot how to swim.
I was stressed.
Really valid, but not acceptable. Okay, so I just want to find the path, but I don't
Yeah.
know how to. Can we
I-
climb the tree and see over the fog? Is there any trees that are tall enough to do that?
Yeah, you can.
I would love to do that.
Sure. You find another nearby tree, climb your way up to the top, and glance out over to the woods around you. And it's just an entire forest. You can't even see where the estate is from here.
Okay.
And now darkness is probably going to be fuller, and within 30 minutes, maybe an hour at most.
Exciting.
The situation is not looking great.
No,
You
it's
glance down to
so-
see your sisters kind of illuminated by the lights you had brought out. But roll a history or an arcana check if you're proficient with either.
Let's.
You are vaguely familiar with the defenses of your home. There
Yeah,
has to
okay.
be a trick to this. Something you can do.
Oh, so that's what's not great, but alright. 7 plus 3, 10.
10. Fog of the Lost. There is a way to get out, but you cannot remember exactly what it is. You have to know what you're looking for. You have to know the path. And frankly, you've never had to. You could just in, out.
Yeah.
Or just take a carriage in through the other side of the forest. But from here,
The fog of the lost is magic.
yes.
Don't want to use it that soon.
What do you have?
What do you
I have dispel magic with the ring,
That might be
That
what we
might
have
be
to do.
really useful right
but
now.
it's also
It's going to be
This
dark
is me
real
not
soon.
taking notes. How far? Like how much of a radius is that?
It ends a spell effect that's near you. Something this
Okay.
big
It-
probably is not going to end it, but it will
Okay.
at least give you a temporary advantage.
We can back. Let's
At least to try to
Okay.
find. Okay.
Yes.
Let's
If
try
you'd
to
like to
turn back
use
to the
it.
path, and if we cannot find it, it's getting dark. I suggest we take your lights and your ring and just try our best
Yeah.
to get through the fog. So
Absolutely.
let's attempt to find the path
Before
and
I
retrace our
use
steps,
this.
even though we don't
I think
have
that's a great
footsteps.
idea.
Yes,
Okay.
and just try it on our own.
Okay.
And then
So we're saving the ring unless it's our last option.
I agree.
Okay.
If it gets
Sure.
if it gets pitch black and
We have nothing
we
else.
can't find the path
Then
with
we're
that
gonna
fucking
use it.
thing in the woods, we are
Yeah.
going to use that ring. Okay.
We do have options.
If
Sort of.
Jane describes the tracks we're looking for, can I also try to help
Yeah,
survival?
you guys can both roll survival, yeah.
Okay.
That'd be great.
Ooh,
8.
22.
Damn. Rolling well today. That's always good.
Oh, that's
For you guys,
not in
for
combat.
me. But with some time spent, not too long, you're moving quickly now. The both of you working together to try and find your way through this. You're not able to determine which way the creature had gone, really, but you
Yeah.
are able to at least find the path again.
Okay.
Okay.
Except you're back at the start.
No. Wait.
What?
What do
All
you
the
mean?
way back, as if you had just walked through the clearing where you had found yourselves before after running from the golems. Exactly where you had been. The same footprints as well.
Because it's
I'm gonna say,
It's just going to bring you back to the start until you know what you're looking for.
given the fact
Think.
that
Can we think again?
Can we think
Yes,
we
you
think
may
again?
think again.
Can we all think again? Because I don't have high.
Absolutely.
Let's all think. Let's just get together and
Collectively.
think.
Bring
feel
the
a little
brains.
Oh, Winnie the Pooh. Think, think, think.
Winnie
together.
the Pooh.
Think, think,
Ooh,
think, think.
Winnie the Wait,
Okay, where are we
just
doing?
Lily?
I like Winnie the Pooh. Oh my god, that would be canon because it's the 80s. Lily definitely likes Winnie the Pooh.
Oh,
Side
of
note.
course.
Character
She's got
development.
a little Winnie the Pooh button on her.
Yeah, no, she's got like a little hat that's like a Winnie the Pooh button. You're like, that's stupid. You're 17. And she's like, Winnie the Pooh.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll to
History,
do,
Arcana.
History or Arcana, if you're
History.
proficient with either.
Oh, fuck me, I guess. All right.
That is the same score.
Language.
Sorry.
22.
22.
7.
Did I math right? Yes.
Now, the problem of the fog is that you need to know what you're looking for, which is really easy for you guys, because to get in at least. You know what the estate is, you know who lives there, you know how to get to the estate. But right now you're using it to try and find something else.
We don't know.
Now that's difficult to say. I mean, you're looking for a traitor, a pursuer, but you don't know who they are,
We
what
know
their
what
name
Magnolia
is.
looks like.
True.
You know what Magnolia looks like? Exactly.
Let's look for Magnolia. Everybody
You are so
manifest
smart.
Magnolia in our brains right now.
I know what she
And
looks
her
like.
stupid, stupid outfits that she wears.
I like her heels.
That's so great for you. Fashionista.
Sorry that some of us don't have taste. Anyways.
Can we
Alright.
track Magnolia through the fog?
Yes, you can.
Yes! Okay.
Good job.
High five.
With that, the three of you set back off onto the path, and this time you see your tracks veer off into the woods, not where you had gone before. It's as if the path had entirely changed, but your prints still remained in the exact same place they were before. It's guiding you to an extent.
okay.
And you continue pushing forward and continue thinking, what was your history check again?
The one I just did? Or
Yes,
earlier?
because
18.
there's more to it.
I rolled an 18, but I don't have plus for history at all.
Okay. So the more that you move, the more this becomes strange in general. Thoughts about who this traitor must have been start coming to light. How did they find the estate?
It must be someone that's been here before. Because I know the crones were talking about a child of no honor.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure what our family history would entail about that, unless it's all Lily's fault again.
Is the
It's- I
DM
can-
revealing?
A child of no honor. Your father wouldn't say who you're looking for. And they know the estate. Or at least they're of the same bloodline, or they're a servant.
Could we do a roll to think harder?
I'm afraid that was your role
Yeah,
to
that was a
think
roll.
That was
pretty
a roll to
hard.
think harder.
Something's wrong.
Something is
Really?
amiss, bro.
Okay, shut up.
The vibes.
Dude, the vibes
Yeah.
are
Vibes are
off
off.
right now,
These
dude.
are nasty
Dude.
vibes.
Terrible vibes.
They're bad.
Child of no
Dude.
honor.
Have you guys been thinking about...
But you are on the path at least.
Okay.
I'm just vocalizing what I just thought in my head. There was a man there named Steve, he was just saying things.
Sorry.
Meta.
It was a whole like thought
Meta.
process.
Just saying shit. Excuse me. Things.
Have you considered who could possibly... You have been living here longer than I have been. And
I
you have
could
been
be
at
useful,
home.
yeah.
I know you really want to be useful.
I
Is there
do.
anybody that has shown ill will to Magnolia? I'm also saying this as we're following the tracks. I'd say.
Yes. So you guys are walking when you're
Yeah.
talking. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
going
yeah.
to
Walk
fault
and
you
talk.
for that.
I'm trying to think, is there anyone who's
Has anyone been a
shown...
dick to a Magnolia? You guys have servants at the estate?
We have
Child
servants.
of no honor.
I'm assuming it's someone from our
Magnolia is
bloodline
kind
of
of
the
a
Crows.
bitch to everyone.
Magnolia was?
Kind of a bitch to everyone.
Oh,
yeah.
of course she was. She was Magnolia. Magnolia wouldn't kidnap herself, I don't think.
A child of no honor.
It must be somebody from our bloodline.
It's
Yeah.
absolutely someone from the bloodline, someone within the family.
The crown did a
That's-
little blood ritual.
Maybe someone who left the family.
Yes, because I am following my own tracks in the woods because I kidnapped Aunt Magnolia because I can carry her fat ass.
Language.
Brilliant.
I'm just
Seductive
saying.
master over.
Ooh, someone left the fucking... I'm in the woods! I don't have a bird. I'm birdless.
And
miss
I don't
my
know what
bird.
you've been up to for a
Alright.
year.
Not carrying a Magnolia!
For 1 second, let's stop fighting, okay? I can't believe I'm the one saying that. We need to focus. We need to figure out who has something out for Aunt Magnolia. Everyone, apparently.
Everyone. I would say Dad, but he's the one that's assumably at the fucking estate right now.
these stages.
Are we sure it's not Dad?
I mean, how much do we trust our
Darth
father?
Vader twist.
He is a weenie.
A child of no eye.
Dick.
Would it be like a child that was born within like recent history? Because the child screaming thing. Ooh.
I mean, we didn't find him. I'm pretty sure that was meant to lead us astray.
Well, I
'Cause the fog's
know
getting
that,
funky.
but what if the
The fog is funky.
The fog do be funky.
it's time to get
You hear some
Funky.
jazz music somewhere in the woods. you follow
Little
those.
syncopation.
Anyway, I'm never gonna dance
Where are the trucks
again.
leading us? How are we doing? Can we do a perception check to see if anything's following us?
Sure, you don't need to roll perception as you continue moving around to the same point
Yeah.
and hear screaming in the distance.
What flavor screaming?
That of an older woman.
Oh,
Let's go!
Go, go,
Going
go,
down the
go,
path.
go.
We are
Except it is not
swaying.
on the path. It is again off to the side of the
No!
woods.
Well, I guess we have to forego the path.
Okay, if we're manifesting Aunt Magnolia, the fog is supposed to allow us to find
Yeah.
it that way.
We're just gonna follow the screaming.
We
and
know the
trust
trick
it.
now.
We know the trick.
We know the trick. I am going to...
Wait, a child and then an old. Okay.
Maybe the crones are fucking with us.
Maybe.
Being really mean about it.
Would they have given you magic items if they were mean? Come on now.
I don't know, Steve.
That's
Okay.
their manipulation tactic. It's like love
Okay.
bombing. Okay, anyways.
If we understand how the fog works,
In theory, we can make it work again.
in theory we can make
Sure.
it work again. It's going to take hours, and maybe Magnolia won't make it, and we'll all die. That's fine.
Why do you have to be such a pessimist all the
Why
time?
do you have to be such an optimist all the time? Let's go in the woods.
Quick question, not knowing how the spell works. Are dancing lights still up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yay!
As long as she wants them to be up, they can be up.
Okay.
It's like the lantern.
So you
like
just
a
got
little,
little
like,
orbs
good to know.
floating around.
Okay.
And they
And
look
we
like
haven't seen. They
candles.
haven't illuminated any other shadows and
No.
trees. Okay.
You've been keeping an eye out.
Okay.
You didn't roll a critical fail this time.
Part of me is
Passive
So do
perception.
you leave the path, or you to continue where the fog leads?
Part of me, okay. You had said before that there was more tricks to the fog that we hadn't necessarily realized yet.
Yes.
My guess is going to be that so there's two options. There's manifest Aunt Magnolia and follow her wherever we need to go, or follow the path, and the path is where the fog wants us to go. And I
Yeah.
am currently leaning towards the path.
I
feel like we're
think
gonna
the
get led astray
path.
again.
My rope got messed up. I'm still mad about
Your
that.
rope got
You
F
also
the
saw
old
a
lady
10 feet of
crying.
rope. It's tragic.
You
I'm
lost
so
so
mad.
much rope.
Maybe
so
we do-
mad.
Yeah, you know what? You might be right.
I might be. Yeah. So let's go down the path.
We got burned with the kid.
You
I
didn't
don't
have
want to do
say
it again.
that cruelly towards me.
You were the one that had us following a child in the woods.
Because I care about children. Whoa,
Because
crazy thought.
the fog knew that you're a freaking weenie. Let's go.
I like children.
Let's go down the path.
Yeah.
I am a child.
Yes, you are.
Winnie the Pooh. Let's go down the path.
Yay! We need it.
All right. So with that, you ignore the pleas for aid, ones that are certainly coming from your aunt, but you continue pushing.
Okay.
Continue following the
Good.
path
Sorry, Maggie.
and have to ignore them. And you continue until finally the fog starts to clear up
Yes.
just a little
Yes.
bit and reveals a patch of open forest ahead, revealing a small brick hut of sorts in front. It's a bit tattered, the wooden roof caved in, moss creeping up the sides of the old brick.
Okay.
But the door is open, and blood trickles down the steps.
Ain't no way.
Can we roll a what's the
This
word?
is a
Perception
callback to the
check?
horse.
Yes, you can.
Just kind of check the vibe.
Check the vibes.
Vibe
I'd
check,
like to
dude.
check the vibe.
Can I join in
hold
that?
on.
Or is that just her?
We'll
21.
just keep it with her for now. 21?
I rolled a 21.
It's a great number.
I rolled really high.
You hear the ripping of flesh.
Oh.
All right.
It appears that you have arrived too late.
What?
There is a moment where you especially, and you as well, feel as if part of your very soul has been ripped away.
Oh.
Trembling, burning. You don't feel any of this, but you can still feel something horribly wrong coming from that cabin itself. And after a moment, someone steps out of the darkness.
Oh shit.
A woman wearing just a simple gray coat with the sleeves rolled up to either side. In one hand they hold a saw, dripping with blood, and in the other, a heart.
Oh my god, the lights changed.
Made of rose, like crystal, glowing, thumbing softly, blood oozing off onto the ground. And as she raises her head towards you, you can see underneath her hat, using your moment just for a split second, your spell.
Right.
And they bear a familiar and familial visage. A young woman, maybe a little bit older than you, standing at the doorframe. The accursed child. A dishonored child. A bastard of your bloodline. And as they step out, you see a second creature emerge, not from the shadows, as if they are the shadows themselves, coalescing and building into a creature, tall, with horns that come protruding from its forehead, curling back, with those strange claw-like feet that clutch the ground as it slowly draws a sword and brings it to the side, a dueling blade like a rapier, as if those that you were trained with as a child. And the girl stares at the three of you, heart in hand, cleaver and cudgel in the other. What do you do?
So we don't recognize this person.
You do not, but she looks like you.
Hear me out. What if we have a sister? Dun dun dun.
Plot twist.
And like they see us. We didn't
They see
stealth
you.
them.
You were not stealthing. I asked, what do you do? And you're like, vibe check. And they came out. So.
No.
I think I'm gonna try to communicate. I definitely have my crossbow like out, but not necessarily like aimed and ready, just like ready to go, but not threatening yet. And I'm just gonna yell like, "Did you kill her?"
No. No, I didn't.
Perfect.
Who are you?
Who do you think I am?
You look strangely like us.
You are so observant.
Okay, so she's a bitch.
As most people are in your house.
Can we do a history check to understand a bit more how the heart works?
You can,
Like
yes.
if it's like a thing you can take back.
One of you may roll a history or arcana check.
Lily, you wanna roll?
I could do an arcana.
I think Arcana's yours.
Yeah.
17.
Nice.
17? Yes. When the matriarch or patriarch, whoever holds the heart, dies, it is transplanted and fused into the next person of that bloodline. You are elves. This lasts for hundreds, thousands of years at a time, with one matriarch or patriarch, hierarch, ruling the family. It's not supposed to be ripped out like this. It's not supposed to be torn free. But in theory, if you were able to get it back, you could infuse it to someone else.
Preserve it.
Okay.
This is the heart of your family, quite literally, where your magic originates from. As long as someone of your family line holds it, you too will hold power. But they get to decide how much.
Okay. Okay.
So right now, what would you like to do?
You've got 3 seconds to give that back, or I start throwing my daggers.
Terrifying prospect, honestly.
1.
You were the one that never chose magic, right? You come from a line of sorcerers and mages, but you just didn't bother. And you just got your talents naturally, and you ignore yours. Why should any of you bear this?
Why should you?
Because it is my right. I am one of you, and James, father, cast me aside. A bastard not fit. And I say, fuck that. This is my right as much as it is yours. I'm not going to take your power, but it is going to be mine from this day forth, and none of you are going to stop me. Sylvan. And with that, the creature moves forward, with the shadows seeming to trail him, wisping up, until 3 figures dissect, all identical,
hell no.
with the same blade, before they get into a dueling position.
Okay.
Okay, all right, square
Roll
up.
initiative.
There it is.
Oh my god!
Come on, sparkle
Come
dice.
on. Oh shit!
Oh, damn it. Yeah, that's funny. Wow. Oh, she purple.
Oh god!
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I don't like them. Oh.
Now, as this creature moves towards you, your sister begins walking away, casting a spell, beginning a teleportation circle.
Yeah, dispel magic. Dispel magic. I don't know how it works, but
It's got a 30-foot range. You better get close to her.
okay, I'm
I
running.
will mark it with this to reach her. Now, you
Okay.
3 are right here on the battle map,
Yep.
and we'll go into our initiative count. What did you get for yours?
I got 7.
7.
Plus, wait, you should have a plus.
That's-
for
Oh,
initiative.
plus 1, 8.
Wow, that really made it better for you.
20
20, very nice.
Not 20.
plus.
Nice, even better.
Lily's really going for
So
it.
just in this order, essentially.
Perfect.
This is so
Yeah,
intense.
it's
I
water
wanted to try
time.
to talk her down, but then she started getting the demons
Oh,
out.
right.
Started unloading all
I
that
feel like I'm like
baggage.
hearing battle music in my brain, and when else I'm
We
like,
have a
dun, dun,
sister.
dun, 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 dun,
The
dun,
Dark
dun.
Souls music plays. All right.
Good lord.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I
jeez.
gotta hydrate for this. Whoo, whoo. Okay. Let's go.
We start with you.
Okay.
As these creatures move towards you, brandishing their swords and ready to fight. Each a duelist, each a monster.
Yep. How many are coming at me?
3.
All
Only
three-
the 3.
at
Or
me?
just walking towards all of you in
Okay.
general.
I
They're
thought
not all immediately attacking you, but they are on their way to it.
Okay. I have my crossbow out, so I am going to just. We are in like a little clearing, right? With the house in the
Yes.
center. I think what I'm going to try to do is shoot at the one nearest to me and then kind of disappear into the trees.
Sure.
Not too deeply, but just into the trees.
Absolutely. So, you can't make a stealth check as a bonus action, but you can still attack and move away from them if you'd like to.
Okay. Yes.
All right, so roll an attack roll for me, same as you did earlier against the golem.
That's plus. You said dexterity initiative
Dexterity and proficiency bonus.
proficiency.
That's a plus 7 to whatever you rolled, so 14.
14 is not going to hit.
Oh no.
The creature that you fired at just ducks to the side, the arrow narrowly avoiding its head. It has fast reflexes, and it is not going to go down easily. With that, we move to your dear sister.
Okay.
As they continue casting the ritual, with the heart now vibrating and glowing as if the heartbeat is going faster and faster by the
We gotta move
second.
fast.
Hand outstretched as burning red runes inscribe themselves into the ground before her. And now we move to CJ.
Okay. It's been a while since I've done combat. Okay.
You're okay?
You said I have to get within 30 feet
30
of her
feet.
to do my thing? Okay, then movement is not an action, right?
It is not. So
Okay.
on your turn, you have your action, your bonus action, and movement.
Movement, perfect. Okay, then I am going to use all of my movement, just 35. These are each 5, right?
Yes,
Okay.
each are 5.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And then because I'm a rogue, I use my bonus action to dash.
Yes, you can.
So I'm going to then dash, and is that half or
That is
full
still your
movement?
full
That's
movement
still
speed, so
full
you get another
movement?
35.
Okay. 5,
Hell yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Probably shouldn't have gotten that close, but I did it anyway. And now Dispel Magic.
All right. With that, for Dispel Magic, the spell has to make a saving throw against you, I believe.
Okay,
So I'm going to roll that on this end, and yours will have a difficulty class of 15,
15. Okay.
and that is a natural 3. So no matter what my bonuses are, as you rush up brandishing the ring, there's a just for a second flash of light, and you see the circle, the runes that she had begun inscribing just suddenly burst away as if made of sand, and the heart seems to stutter, and the 3 creatures in front of you all waver for a second.
Oh, that's
How's that for not being the magic user?
Now, Abigail turns around and
Abigail.
glares. Your
Abigail.
dear sister, enraged. Which brings us now to my turn.
Oh, and I'm right there.
All 3 creatures spin their swords to the side, rush forward, and begin slashing at you in unison.
Yeah, they do. Okay.
And
Oh, I don't like that.
You didn't stop for teleportation, though.
I did.
you
And I'm
did.
gonna die.
No, it'll be fine. It'll be great. It'll be fine.
You did slow them down, but you have not stopped them. As they all pierce in at once, you're able to start weaving and dodging the best that you can.
Okay.
But since there's so many of them, they do have advantage against you.
Of course they do.
And that is going to be a natural 18 plus more, which will be connecting for a maximum damage of 8, as a rapier pierces
Okay.
straight through your shoulder, drawing blood and causing you to stumble back in pain. You're able to avoid the rest of the attacks, but that one is a clean hit.
Oh, yay.
And that brings us now to Lily's turn, as you see your sister stop the teleportation, but is now engaging with this fiendish creature. What do you do?
Honestly, I have the ability to disguise myself. I kind of want to try disguising myself as one of. Well, there's not a lot of them. It's not gonna work.
Your
is it?
magic's still working.
I'm dying.
Okay, I want to try that.
Okay, go for it.
Great, I'm gonna disguise myself.
All right, with that as an action, you wave your staff over you and it turns into a rapier. And you see horns sprout from her head as she rushes towards the enemy, joining in the fray. Now you
far
may
do I
move
get?
your piece up to 30 feet, or each square is 5 feet. So I believe that's 6 squares.
All right, I'm here.
All right. So with that, you are dashing forward, now disguised as one of them.
Yep.
Which brings us now to the top of the order with Jane,
Swag. Okay.
as shit is now going down.
Shit is now going down.
It's going down.
You're okay.
I am. Okay, well, the trees aren't visible anymore, so I'm going to try to run towards Abigail.
Okay.
How do we know her name? Did you just shout it while she was teleporting?
I just said it by accident.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Don't
my
worry
my
about
sibling
it.
that I have. I'm going
Our
to.
unknown.
I think I'm going to try to sprint.
Innocuous sibling.
Yeah,
Go for
I'm
it.
going to try to sprint around.
So for you,
yes.
sprinting is your action, which means you won't be able to attack or cast a spell.
That's fine.
But you can get a full 60 feet towards her, which is going to be 6 squares.
Okay. Just like that.
All right.
Yeah.
I believe that's only half
Full
your movement,
60
right?
or
Is it?
30.
Yeah, 60. Oh, so it'd be more than that. It'd
You
be-
should
So
get
you
10.
could add another 6 from there.
Okay.
Oh, so you get pretty far.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get. I'm just trying to like sneak around.
Do you
That's
have
what I'm
my... Oh, you're saying, okay.
Okay. With that, you're moving around to the
Which
flank
square
as
am I?
well, and that brings us to your sister, who's not named Abigail's turn,
We don't know.
as they again start now running into the woods, beginning to cast the spell again. They don't want to fight. They just want to get away. I'm going to put them here so they're not off the map entirely, but they're now
Stop
obscured
them.
in the woods behind the cabin.
Okay.
Now, CJ, you are up with these devils on deck and Lily behind.
Oh.
Okay. Gonna use bonus to disengage so
Okay.
I can get away from them without
Opportunity attacks.
opportunity attacks.
Very nice. Now, where would you like to go? After your sister?
Yeah.
Which one? There's 3 of us. 4 now.
The enemy sister. And not this one.
Well,
Great.
okay. Yeah, so bonus to disengage. I'm going to move through here. Can I go diagonal? I don't remember moving. Or do I have
you
to
can.
go around?
It's 7 feet, though. in a
7
sense.
feet? Okay. So now I just have another extra. I don't want to use all of it. So I actually want to disengage, come around to this guy. And I'm a little pissed that he hurt me. But I need the sister first. No, I'm going after her. All my movements. So
after.
7, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's probably as far as I can get. I'm somewhere in there.
Okay. So you chase after her into the brush.
Yeah.
And is that going to be the end of your turn?
I don't want to throw anything at her because I can't get it back. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. With that, you sprint off into the woods, and we move to the devil's turns.
Oh no.
Now each split off now.
Oh.
One towards you,
No, I don't want one.
And both of these now towards you.
At least they're not on Lily.
Yeah.
Yes, as Lily is still far behind, but she does look like one.
Yeah.
Now, they all start swinging.
I'm gonna die. Oh, I have
You'll be fine.
And your armor class is?
16.
That is going to hit, I'm afraid. As you rush towards them, or you rush away from them, they fall quickly and brandish another attack for 5 piercing damage as they attack from behind.
Oh no.
How you doing there, kid? Oh,
Oh, that's not great.
I should have remembered something I had in my backpack. It's fine.
And with that, one is also going to attack you,
okay.
but is going to clean miss as you're able to duck underneath the blade.
Yes, I will.
That brings us to Lily's turn.
Okay. Question. I have the ability, as you kind of sneakily mentioned, to hold a person. Would I be able to use that to stop?
I believe that has a 60-foot range, so you
Okay.
have to get close to him.
Then I want to get closer.
All right, you can move 30 feet towards, and I believe you'll be close. Let me
Okay.
check
Usually
for
this is
you.
5, right?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm here. Right?
Yeah, that'll be in range.
Okay, great.
They have to make a saving throw against your spell save DC. Do you know what that is? It should be on your page. Look at your spell sheet,
Okay.
Spell
Oh.
sheet's the other one.
and it's not filled out.
No. Great.
What is your charisma modifier?
+4.
All right, so it'll be 4 plus your proficiency bonus plus 8. So 8,
4.
10, 14.
Great.
That is a natural 18.
Yeah.
And you,
Oh, no, never mind.
on their end, that
Other
is-
side.
Yeah.
Oh.
You aim your staff. Next take.
Cut, reset.
You aim your staff towards them and you cast the spell, trying to bind them in place, but they simply shrug it off
No.
and continue casting their spell.
No.
Which brings us now to the top of the round, Jane.
Okay. I'm going to try to disengage as much as I can with the devil, which I think I already kind of did, and
Yes.
just continue. My goal is just to run to the sibling and just tackle her.
So using your action,
Yes.
you'd have to disengage as an action, which means they can't hit you. If you don't use your action to disengage, they will. Would you like to risk it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now I'm going to roll attack before you can move.
Okay.
And that is going to miss. You're able to duck underneath the blade as it swings, and you may move freely now.
Okay. So I'm going to. How many spaces can I get closer?
You can get 6 spaces closer from where you are now.
Oh, we're doing math.
A lot of running across the field. This is make-believe with math. So.
I know. We're best at it.
Oh, but now you're. Ooh, that's good for me. Okay.
I can distract.
Thank you.
Is my turn over? Or can I do
That you have your action still, since you didn't use it to
Yes.
disengage. You can fire a shot at her if you'd like.
I don't know if I want to fire a shot at her.
I won't be able to tackle her from that far away.
That's true. I'm just going to take a dagger out and just shove it up the ass of the sorry, the butt of
Going to do a little poke action? Go
Yes.
for it. Roll a d20 for attack,
Perfect.
plus 7.
Is it +7 because I'm sneaking up on them?
It is plus 7 because that is your attack modifier.
19.
19, very nice. And which one are you attacking? The closest one?
The one, which one is closest to me?
All right. With that, you take your dagger, rushing up from behind, go to stab, and it goes straight through the creature's body.
Oh no!
It's not real.
Oh.
Oh.
Your hand passed straight through it, as if it were made of mist. You see the shadows then start recoalescing into this illusion in front of you. But the other one did hit your sister. 2 of these aren't real. One of them is.
Which one was it? Shit.
You're not sure, but
no.
if no, the
one did
you can
get
tell
me.
which one is real at the moment. But if they have even a split second to switch,
Yeah.
it'll become confused again.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Which one was the one that just who?
The one that you were closest to is an illusion.
The other one by
And
me.
the other one did,
hit
in
me.
fact, stab you. So you do know that one is real.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. That brings us
useful.
now to your sister's turn.
Which one? There's 4 of us.
Sorry. Your evil sister. And since they were not halted, they were not held,
No.
you see them step into a ring of glowing runes.
Ain't
and
no
in
way.
a flash of white light, identical to the one you had used to get here, she's gone.
No!
Her devil left behind. And still very much trying to kill you.
Yes.
Now, that brings us to CJ's turn.
As a free action, can I yell fuck?
Yes. you
Cool.
may.
Sorry,
You
language, but I think it calls for
absolutely
it.
can. She needed 2 rounds to leave, and that's what she got.
Okay.
And you were very good at slowing her down.
I tried my darndest. Okay, I did not write down the details for this, so sorry, DM.
You're okay.
I have a potion of healing, common,
Yes.
in my backpack. Is that action?
That is an action, technically, but how I like to do it at my table is
Yeah.
you can do a very quick drink as a bonus action, which
Oh, I
rolls the
also have
dice.
fast hands, which lets me use object as bonus.
Yeah. So actually, you can do the full thing, but normally how I do it is as a bonus
Yeah.
action, you roll the dice, but if you take it as an action, you just get the maximum possible health back.
Okay.
So it's a bit better
Okay.
in one sense or another. But if it's the basic one, it's just 2d4 plus 2 healing.
Okay.
Sip your potion.
I'm sipping my potion. I have 2 hit
Absolutely.
points right now. 6 plus 2, 8.
8. You
I will
gain
take
health,
the
8
double
health back
digits.
as you quickly draw out the glass flask, the one that's
Oh, boy.
sitting right by your side
You have to
there.
do it, you have to do it.
Flick off
Take
the
a
top
sip.
and
Take
take a
a
sip.
sip.
Wait.
Chugging it down, but still spilling a little bit.
We gotta get it.
Oh yeah.
Swirly.
She's so
The glitter
sparkly.
potion.
Cusco's poison.
The poison for the poison.
Oh no, can I get the...
Do you need
poison?
help?
We're gonna swig. Okay, I don't want to take up time. And because...
When it's not your turn, you can drink it.
Cool, I'll get it open. And yes, I wrote that down so I could use objects, so that was a bonus.
Yep.
So now knowing which one's real, I'm a stabby stab.
Go for it. Roll attack.
That is, I wrote down, that is a 1d4. Actually, we're going to use a short sword, so that's 1d6. Plus 5, or plus, sorry. I did that so wrong. That was damage. I need to roll to attack
Yes.
first. Haha, I
Attack
know
with
how to
that
play
first.
this game.
You got it.
That is
Don't
a
we all?
6, 13.
13 is
That
going to
misses.
miss. As
Darn
you
it.
whip around, after cursing quite loudly after your departing sister, you slash and it ducks underneath.
Yeah.
Its red eyes glaring into yours. Now,
Bring it.
that brings it to its turn.
Oh,
as
no.
it is going to immediately riposte and stab
Yeah.
back at you. Does a 17 hit?
Yeah.
Dang.
Darn it. By 1. 2.
That is going to be 6 damage, as while your wounds had begun to mend, it immediately just like, nah.
But
Open a new slash in your shoulder.
it's better than it would have been if I hadn't taken the potion.
That is
Yeah.
very true. And then as it spins away from that attack, the other illusion in itself blend together and split back apart.
No.
And now you're unable to tell which one is which once more.
Well, we know it's
This
not this
devil
one.
does not want to go down easy. Which brings us now to Lily's turn. As you see this unfold, now knowing that while you look like them, they're illusions, so they know which one is them and which one is not.
Oh, great,
But
cool. I
In theory,
definitely.
great idea.
Oh. I want to move closer to help my sisters because I'm still a ways away, and that's not helping anyone or anything.
No.
No,
it's
I'm gonna get closer.
Okay. You can use your action to sprint as well if you want to double your movement speed and get right into the fray.
Sure.
All right. You may move right past the illusion, because that's definitely not him.
Bye bye.
Bye.
I'm up here.
Notice how that one always missed? That was-
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
Well,
Yeah.
I do now.
Well, yeah. But with that, we move to the top of the order, unless you have a spell you can use as a bonus action.
Not really.
Okay. That brings us to Jane.
Okay, so these guys squished, so we don't know which is
Yes.
which. Okay.
You gotta take a risk now.
I do have to take a risk. Just thinking. Oh shit. I have a spell called Hunter's Mark, which I think is Hunter's Mark just whatever I aim at, or
It
is
is,
something to the
you
right thing?
select a creature,
Yes.
and as a bonus action, you can cast it and still attack on that same round.
Yes.
And they just technically have to be in your line of sight. And you can't cast it on an illusion, so you can actually guarantee which creature you'll hit using that spell.
Okay, I'm going to cast that right now.
All right.
Ranger.
So with that, you try to cast it on one, doesn't work. Okay, boom, get the other one.
Perfect.
And now you know the more detailed creature is in fact the real one. And you can deal an extra d6 of damage if you hit.
Yes. Okay. I'm too close in range really to effectively use crossbow right now,
Yes.
right? Okay, so I'm going to dagger whichever one I have the Hunter's Mark on.
Go for it, roll attack.
12. I'm sorry, is it plus anything?
Plus 7. So solid 19 is
Yes.
going to hit. Roll damage. A d4, a d6, and then add your dexterity bonus.
Yes, d4. And then dexterity bonus?
Yes.
Plus 5.
All right. So a lot. 12 damage?
Yes.
Very nice. With that, you're able to mark the creature and immediately slash across, actually cutting its face near its mouth and causing it to drip black blood that coats your dagger. But you hit it.
Yeah.
This time, yeah, he got it this time.
Yeah.
Which brings us now to CJ's turn, as there is
Okay.
no
Yeah.
sister here left to fight.
Who may or may not be named Abigail.
Not anymore. I swapped the camera.
Aha. Okay.
It's now Miranda. Wow.
Okay, and then just to make sure I was paying attention, it's this one?
Yes.
That's real? Okay. Then stab
Roll
again.
that attack.
Oh, and it's flanked, so I can get sneak attack.
Yes.
But that's only extra damage. Okay. Come on, please. Oh.
You roll with advantage, because you are flanking it at the moment. I
Yes.
should have noted that for you, but I wasn't able to see the board through my board.
Advantage.
But you hit
Okay,
anyway,
that's
so-
better. So we're going to take the 12 plus 7 to hit,
And that
19.
will hit.
Yes, and I get sneak attack.
So you deal 2d6, a d4, and then you add your dexterity bonus.
Amazing. 2d6. Not great. D4. Math, that is 7 plus dex is a plus 5. That is 12.
12. Another 12. The two of you together immediately start, in a sense, beating the shit.
Yeah.
One manages to land a cut on behind, the other from the front, as you both start slashing and hacking at it with your daggers. And has a moment where it lets out an otherworldly screech before it is now its turn, and all the illusions suddenly fade. And then the creature, glaring now, like looking at you than the other, strikes the grounds, and it disperses into shadows, turning invisible right in front of you. It's not gone. You can see now the shadows warping up around it, obscuring it from your view. Now, I'll take the map. Poof. Poof. They're gone. Oh, sorry. I
And
killed
Lily's
you.
dead.
And you no longer know where your enemy is. However,
Do you?
you do.
Okay.
Yes.
Hunter's Mark lets you know the location of the creature that you have marked, as long as they are like within a few miles of the same plane of existence. I can't remember, but you're close enough.
Yeah.
So you can know, but no one else will.
Oh, good.
Which
good.
brings us now to Lily's turn.
Okay, I really want to use. I have poison spray.
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna use that.
Okay, you want to use that, I believe. Let me see. Is it a saving throw or is it an attack roll? I cannot remember off the top of my head personally. All right. Just give me like 3 seconds to Google.
Poison spray. Poison spray. Poison spray.
That is a saving throw. And since it hasn't had the chance to move, you spray that. Yeah, that's a Constitution saving throw. And that is going to fail. You may roll damage.
Yes. I need to mark off.
Is it 2d6?
I think it is a D10 poison damage.
10. Oh, okay.
Nice.
Is it this one? I can do that, sure. Right?
That's a D10.
Yeah. Yeah. 8.
Ooh, nice.
All right, 8 damage total. Very nice. So now all three of you have managed to connect solid blows against the creature. But,
But?
well, it's the top of the order. Jane,
Me.
you're up.
Okay.
It
I know where
hasn't
he
had the
is.
chance to move yet, so you can still make a melee attack against it.
I think I'm just gonna keep daggering him.
So from all sides, each of you continue to attack.
Yeah.
Roll with advantage because of flanking.
Yes. I forget what advantage is.
Roll twice, but that's going to hit. May roll again, see if you get higher.
Okay.
By that I mean a
20.
natural 20, which you
Nope.
don't, because it's a solid 10 less. That doesn't matter. Roll damage, you still get an extra
Yes,
d6,
Damage is d6 plus
a d4, and
Okay.
then plus your dexterity modifier.
1, 5, 10.
10 damage total. You're
Yes.
able to get another cut across, and black blood appears out of thin air and splatters onto the ground next to you.
Awesome.
Which brings us now to CJ's turn,
Okay.
as the creature is now just surrounded on all sides.
Okay. Doing it again. Stab, stab. 20!
Natural 20.
Yes! I'm so excited.
So that means you get to double your damage dice.
And I get sneak attack.
You
so,
do.
Right?
So that is 4d6 and 2d4 plus your dexterity modifier.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be some math.
Oh, yeah.
We'd be
Math.
rolling dice now.
I'm gonna make it. Okay, that's a lot of math. Okay. 5, 9, 10, 13, 16, 19, plus dex is 24.
Damn. More damage than you two did in the last round in a single hit. The creature seems to be moving away, but you connect clean with the back of its head, it seems, and get a nice cut right down onto him. Ripping the blade out, it lets out a horrible screech.
Yeah, it does.
And immediately appears and stabs straight at you as it is now its turn. And it is very, very upset at that. And using that disappearing into advantage, it will also be rolling quite high to hit you.
Don't worry.
CJ's passing out.
Don't worry. We'll
How much health do you have?
4.
Well, you have 9 less as it stabs you straight through the stomach, lifts you up, and slams you into the ground before stepping over your body, glancing at the two of you, and turning invisible again. Now, which one? You're this one.
Yeah,
right?
I'm the red one.
Oh.
You are
Now it's
bleeding
just
out, which brings us to Lily's turn.
Oh Lord. Oh. Oh no.
Just gonna
Oh no.
swap these up.
You pissed it off, dude.
Face it
Had
all.
to do it to him.
I do have a fun. What do I want to use? I have Dragon's Breath. We can.
That is an area of effect. You can try to get to the general area of where it is.
Yeah.
If it's in the general radius, he'll get it.
Okay. Let's
Yeah.
try it.
All right. So that'll be a dexterity saving throw. What kind of breath are you breathing? Could be fire, poison, ice. I believe you have the option. I don't have the spell pulled up, but I'm pretty sure. We'll go with fire. Executive decision. But it is going to pass that saving throw, meaning you deal damage, but it's halved as you cast the spell, causing fire to explode from your mouth in a sweeping, burning path. It seems you glance the creature, but it then fades away. You can roll 3d8 fire damage, and
Okay.
then it will be halved. D8s are the little
Yes.
ones. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So 2, you can roll it twice, or 3 times, sorry.
2,
7,
7,
14.
14.
7.
14 is then going to be half down to 7, as it's only a glancing strike, but it is still better than nothing.
Better than nothing. Yeah.
Which brings us now to the top of the order with Jane.
Excellent.
Your sister is bleeding out on the
I am
ground. The
bleeding
creature
out.
is nearby, but
Yes.
cannot be seen.
Awesome. I have my
Well-
hunter's mark. Are they out of range of my bow and arrow at this point? Or are we still using
They're
arrows?
not. You can still use your bow and arrow. It's actually easier in this case.
Okay, I think I'm going to. I'm going to try to bow and arrow just straight through the head.
All right, roll attack.
20.
18
Plus
I always forget what it was plus. I'm sorry.
plus 7, 25.
Yes.
That'll hit.
Yeah, probably.
You can roll damage.
Okay.
This time it's going to be, since you're using your bow, a d8 and a d6.
Okay,
So
cool.
you're dealing much more damage.
D8 and D6. Perfect. 8.
8 plus 5 is going to be 13.
Yes.
As you manage to clip the creature, you can't even tell where, but the second it connects, blood splatters and the arrow disappears as it continues moving around your party. You hit it. You still have your movement and your bonus action. What would you like to do with it?
That's a great question. I have a healing spell, Cure Wounds. Can I just kind of?
That is an action to use.
That's an action.
Okay.
I
guess just I can't think of anything else I would do in this moment except just like keep my eye on the monster then.
Okay. You can track where it's moving, and it is now circling around straight towards Lily.
Oh,
Rushing in from behind, you're
I
barely
yell,
able
"Look
to
out."
scream in time before it attacks her from the shadows, fading into existence and rolling an 18 plus. Does a 24 hit? I know it hits. I'm just being a dick. Sorry, I am a little mean sometimes.
I'll make it this safe.
Now, it seems it's using its own variant of a sneak attack. With this advantage, that is going to be 7 plus 4 plus 2. 13 damage as it
I'm at
rushes up from behind and stabs straight through the back of your stomach, and you see the blade pierce out through the front before it's ripped back out. The creature, visible only for a moment, is drenched in blood, barely breathing, but it is trying to take down as many of you as it can before it dies.
Yep.
That brings us to Lily's turn as you stumble forward,
Oh my God.
grasping your side.
Can I use poison spray on this bitch again?
Yes, you can.
Great.
It is close enough where you're able to. With a Constitution saving throw, it is going to pass and take no damage. As you whip around, try and cast it at him, he's gone before this poison connects.
I'm gonna cry.
And that brings us to Jane, as you see one sister bleeding out on the ground, the other receiving a critical wound. Do you attack or do you heal?
I think I'm going to heal CJ and try to get her off the ground.
Go for it.
My
So with
healing. Cure wounds.
Cure Wounds, that is a D8 plus your Wisdom modifier.
Where's my
As-
D8? Yes. 8. Where's my
Maximum.
wisdom? I don't think I have a wisdom modifier. Oh, let's do 10.
All right, so with 10, you slide to the ground next to your sister as blood is pooling onto the muddy ground. Touching the wound, there's a flash of green light and the wound seals over. You're no longer bleeding out, but you are actually now conscious with 10 health.
Cool.
Epic.
Good. Okay, that's great.
I just breathed so much life into you.
And
Thank
that
you.
brings
Thank you.
us, as you look up, the blade
Oh shit.
straight towards you. Since you're able to tell where it is, it doesn't have advantage, meaning it doesn't have sneak attack, but it is still going to hit.
Okay.
For 6 damage as it cuts across your shoulder.
Yep.
It then immediately retreats. It seems if this takes another solid hit or two, it's down.
Yep.
Ooh.
But so
bring
are
it.
all of you.
Oh yeah, honest to God,
Yeah.
we're getting there.
So with that, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration on your hunter's mark. Just
Okay.
roll a d20, and then you'll add nothing. Oh, you subtract 1 from it. That's gonna be great.
Don't say it. Come on, baby.
10. No, 8.
That is a fail, as you lose your hunter's mark. It is
No.
invisible to you as well.
Oh,
Okay.
Which brings us to... That was my turn. Lily, you're up. I think you're up on next round, because it
Next round.
technically
Yes,
goes after
you're right.
you.
You're right.
oh God. Oh Lord. I don't know where it
Lordy,
is,
lordy,
which
lord.
is really, really helpful.
For this, I'd say you can use your bonus action to try and perceive it, at least where it's moving. There
Sure.
are muddy footprints. Roll a perception check for me, and then if you succeed,
Oh.
you can attack.
I'm fine.
Okay, 13 plus
My head hurts because I got scraped over in the window.
15.
You see it running right back towards her, behind her, snapping through the brush.
Can I call out?
You can.
Jane!
What? I talked about it.
Now you have your action. Would you like to try and hit it with the spell?
Yeah, actually.
What do you got?
Well, I used these ones, so, ooh, I could do poison spray again as a cantrip. That's pretty much,
You can try.
sure.
It is not going to work. As you cast it, it ducks beneath. That brings us to the top of the order. Jane, you are up.
Awesome. So he's behind me, yes?
Yes.
This might take her a dexterity roll, but I'd like to like roll forward and away and turn back and
I'm trying to make it sound awesome. I'm assuming close enough where dagger might be the best choice.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to just like down and up.
Roll attack with disadvantage. You can't see it,
That's true. That's
so
true.
you
that's
roll
true.
twice and take the lower.
Okay. With a roll 20.
Yes.
Okay.
4. Oh yeah, no, you're not hitting. You slash wildly into the darkness, but you connect with nothing.
Yep.
CJ, you're up.
Please kill this thing.
Okay. I Am I aware of where it is enough to go?
No idea.
Okay,
You
cool.
just woke up.
Disadvantage.
You did just wake up.
Oh, that was a 19 and a 5. Yeah, I'm assuming 12.
You both slash wildly, find neither, which means it has a nice sneak attack.
Of course it
No.
does.
And that is a natural 20.
Alright. Are you gonna say what happens?
I might. Hold on. I gotta get some more dice.
No.
8, 15.
Oh my
That
guys,
is
we're dead.
28 damage against you.
Cool. So
Jane.
I'm down.
That's more than
What
your
is your
max.
maximum health?
25.
You're not. How much health did you have remaining?
15.
Okay, you're not immediately killed outright.
Oh, thank God.
But the blade does plunge straight into your chest and it smashes you into the ground.
Yeah.
That brings us to now Lily's turn as the creature stands before her, raising the blade to stab again. What do you do?
Oh, I don't even know what I do. Like zoink scoop. I have a question because I actually don't know
Wait,
what the
are we
spell does, but I have it on here and I forgot. I have Tasha's Caustic Brew. What the hell is that?
That shoots a bunch of poisonous vomit at people.
Oh, that's kind of
It
fun.
does damage.
Yeah, shit, let's try it.
All right.
Yeah. You got
That
this.
is going to fail.
I'm gonna start
Now
sobbing.
your magic's working.
Hold on. I'm just going to double check the damage of it.
Because all I got besides that is a quarterstaff, besties.
That is
Work on
roll 2d4, please.
Oh, okay. Yay. Yep, I got the triangle. Where?
It just
Here
needs
we
more
go. Okay.
Yeah. Fucking Abigail Miranda's gone. We're in the woods. I'm dead.
Thankfully
I
for
was
you,
Yeah.
1 health left. That's enough.
Are you serious?
I am. You guys dealt a lot of damage
my
to this thing. As it brings
got the
that blade
combo?
down,
Lily killed it! Yes!
Lily swings her staff towards it. A burst of acidic mess spewing into the creature's face. It screeches, howling, turning back as its flesh melts away to bone and falls to the
amazing.
ground, dead. And your sister is bleeding. And that is where we're going to end today's session. Thank you guys for joining us today. I hope you had fun. This has been Rolling with the Punches.
D&D.
Thank you for watching.
Go ahead.